If any of you were mislaid on the way, but all you have to do is move in an orderly way towards the door. I don't think we'll have a fire, but what we will have is some very, very inspired entertainment from Mr. Gray Lightfoot.
As it says there, Gray Lightfoot, dreamer, poet, bus driver. It's not going to work this way, so I'm going to have to do it the normal way. I got this mirror especially for it, and it's broken, so I've probably got a lot of bad luck now. Right. Right, dreamer, poet, goes without saying. Poets are dreamers. Juxtaposition of poet and bus driver is a different matter. People can't always get their head around that. But I am bus driver by day and poet by day. Because surprisingly, I can drive a bus and think at the same time, which can be unfortunate when I sail past you as you've got an outstretched hand. Yeah, because I'm trying to work out a bit of iambic pentameter or a rhyme for nan cledra. So I quite often overshoot bus stops because I'll be thinking somebody will have rung the bell like quite a while back after the last stop, and I'll be thinking about something. I overshoot the bus stop, and I'm there in this awkward position where it can either go good or it can either go bad. Because if it's good, you see, and you overshoot the stop, people get off and they go, "Oh, that's okay." He says, "I was going this way anyway," and I go, "Yeah, I knew that." But it's when it works the other way, when I go back and they want to go that way, and they get off and so yeah. So what we're doing first, right? Let's have a look. So there we have it. As I said, dreamer, poet, bus driver. The man. There's the bus. The man in the bath clearly isn't me, as you can see. He's a good bit younger than me, well, it probably wasn't in real life. That is a painting of Jean-Paul Marat, but it's a pastiche painting. The original was done by a guy called Jean-Louis David. And Marat isn't even a poet. Marat he was a statesman during the French Revolution, and he did all his correspondence in the bath. He had a debilitating skin disease, so you can see there he's got all his paperwork and that, and like him, I write poetry and edit poetry in the bath. I love getting a bath, no interruptions or anything, there. But the trouble is, as you can see with these soggy bits of paper, that seems to be a problem that you have when you write stuff in the bath. The ink runs and all that, and yeah, so he was killed by a lady called Charlotte Corday. She stabbed him to death in the bath because she didn't agree with his politics. So of course when I'm working in the bath, I also live in perpetual fear that an angry woman's going to rush into the bathroom and say, "Are you going to be in there all day?" Yeah, and the dreamer, you see on the dreaming there is the town centre lizard, which I'll explain. That's the sort of thing I think about when I'm driving, weird things like that. And so there's I'm going to start with the town centre lizard of HELSTON. Now HELSTON, you'll know about Flora Day. Flora Day. Anybody in from HELSTON? No. Now this poem is a poem about public liability and conspiracy theory involving the Cornish town of HELSTON. Now I've driven buses around HELSTON, and when I first started driving I became aware of the signs that all was not right in HELSTON, because the real reason for Flora Day, the people of HELSTON will tell you the reason for Flora Day is summer's come, winter's ended, fertility and all that stuff. But I think the reason people of Helston celebrate every May 8th, Flora Day, is that they haven't been eaten by the town centre lizard of Helston. This is the town centre lizard of Helston. You'll understand, you'll see when I do it. Town centre lizard of Helston. A monster walks the streets of this town, and no, I don't mean like Frankenstein's. It's Helston's own town centre lizard. And I know, because I've seen the signs. Now, I don't profess to be expert in the field of reptilian ways. In fact, even as a little boy, I missed out on that dinosaur phase. My knowledge of reptiles is wanting, and like you, I'm as much in the dark, not armpit deep in dinosaur shit like that Sam Neill in Jurassic Park. This lizard must be something to see to warrant such in-your-face signage. The need to forewarn at all suggests a creature of sizable tonnage. Let's be honest, size matters greatly. It would hardly be a Scarian if the little blighter was contained in a 2-foot square vivarium. So it's big, but we need to know more regarding the nature of this beast. I'm no David. That's going to cause a problem later on.
7 years ago.
I'm no David Attenborough, that's true, but there's one thing I know at least. I'm often found driving through Helston. That's apart from the small hours of night. And I've yet to see its scaly hide. It's nocturnal. It doesn't do light. But where does it go during the day? Does it spend the hours roaming old mines? There's got to be somewhere it slumbers. Or what would be the point of those signs? Maybe it sleeps in the boating lake. You see what I'm thinking? Black Lagoon. Dragging the boats and pedalo lines as it emerges into the gloom. Let's hope its intentions are vegan. There's money to be made if I'm right. The tourists will flock in their thousands to see Helston's own monster each night. They're going to be gutted in Scotland. To be honest, they must have some gall. They've been coining it with Nessie and no one's ever seen her at all. Assuming our cash cow is land-based, make it Flambard's latest sensation, all the ghosts it ever could eat, it's in its own custom-built habitation. But all these ideas are pie in the sky if old Helsie's some kind of killer. Times as they are, the last thing we need is a B-movie Cornish Godzilla. Now, hang on, that's got me wondering. It's all smoke and mirrors and not good. It might just be that while we're asleep, Helston's runnels are flowing with blood. Where are the Carnage on Coinage Hall or Monique Street Massacre headlines? Is the local press in on this? Oh. And if it's hushed up, well then why put up signs? That's it, they're not there for direction to aid the lost, bemused and weary. It's public liability and another conspiracy theory. It seems that on entering Helston there are legal disclaimers, a warning. Street cleaners wait those meeting their fate whose remains are scraped up by morning. So once more it's down to the council with no other plausible answers, unless there is some place called Lizard. There is. Oh, what were the chances?